this. I'm live on Facebook again. Figured out some more technology. Hi there, those who don't know me. I'm Dave Williams, the host of FindYourNewNormal.com, and today I'm the host of the Livestream Connection, Ep.1. Where we're talking about three different questions that many people have been asking me recently and really trying to come up with some answers that make some sense. And the last few days I've been playing around with the technology, once again trying to understand what is happening with live streaming, because I've had a number of phone calls. A few of you actually listened to my live broadcast last week and were interested in what I was talking about. And a couple of you dropped me an email and said, look, I'm really getting confused about what this is about and why I should pay attention to it. So I thought what I could do is actually put together a little PowerPoint presentation. Yes, I said PowerPoint. I'm actually trying to get my PowerPoint slides together and answer some of the questions that you were talking about. And they really came down to three very quick questions. What the heck is all the fuss? And, you know, if it's that important, once I understand it, can I use live streaming, live broadcasting, even if I don't have an audience, no one's following me? Where does this fit in? And assuming that I am interested and I do have an audience, is there a way I can enhance my business, my coaching practice, my cancer care professional work that I'm doing? And will I find new clients to work with? So let me try to address these three questions in just a few minutes. Hopefully I can do this in 10, 12 minutes and try to give you some idea of what the heck is happening. It comes down to really an understanding that we really don't have, well, I guess let me go back one step. Things are moving very, very quickly. People are saying live broadcasting is new, and yet it really isn't. Some of you know my background, and you know that I've been, started live broadcasting way back in 2002. And live broadcasting mean, much like I'm doing now, get your camera out of the box, put it onto your computer, and maybe do a webinar or a presentation of some sort, live broadcasting to an audience. And that's been around for a decade with many, many different kinds of technologies. I've used them all. And so the idea of being on camera live to an audience isn't new, but what is new is last year, social media got wrapped around the broadcast. In other words, you could reach out to audiences that maybe didn't know you, and you could introduce yourself to those people using social media like Twitter and Facebook and Google+. You know, you would tell people that you're doing some things online and come into some of the programs, come into my broadcast using a number of the different software programs that are out there. And interesting enough, everyone got very excited that there was an audience. Because you were on camera talking about your message, you were actually building a relationship with people. And that's what, you know, coaching and counseling and supporting people in the healthcare area is all about, is building a relationship and getting your message out and helping people move forward through the issues that they're facing. And coupled with the fact that people were paying attention to you, the people who were doing live broadcasting discovered that many people stayed with them. In fact, because of the smartphone platform being in almost everyone's hands, the smartphone became pocket TV, that you literally had many people tuning into you on a regular basis. And those of you that didn't know me or a couple of years ago found me last year because I was doing a regular live broadcast. And I was using a number of different platforms. But there I was, much like I am now. Suddenly you hear about me and you discovered, hey, Dave's online. What's he saying right now? And you would watch on your smartphone or your laptop or your mobile device, your iPads, your tablets, and watch the show. The fuss is really about the excitement that you can find people much easier than we used to do when we did, say, the webinar presentation or the general broadcast where it was a formal invitation to a presentation. It was really training and education. Suddenly, the message was, let's hang out and talk, much like I'm doing right now. Although, sure, there's an educational component, but essentially people have said, here's some questions, and I'm trying to answer them in a spontaneous way. It's not scripted. I do have today some slides that I'm using just to keep me on track, but it's almost the same information I'd share if we were just talking on the phone or having coffee, because there are no technology issues. I could use my smartphone. I can reach out to groups of people. The people can find me, come in and talk to me, and actually engage. In fact, if you choose the right platform, you can have people who can not only ask their questions by typing it in the text chat, you can invite them to come on camera and interact with you. And that engagement built the relationship and got people interested in saying, well, it looks like it could help me in getting my message out to new audiences or supporting the audience that I have. Maybe if the technology isn't too complicated and the costs are low, I could really use this. And that's really why everyone's talking about it. Every time you look on Facebook, you see another live stream. If you're on Periscope, you're seeing people chatting there. If you're on Snapchat, people are chatting there. If you're doing live talk shows, as we were, you had platforms like Crowdcast and Blab, and now one called Huzzah. Many different software platforms that are low to no cost and have no real technical problems or issues that you have to deal with. So if we assume that it is something exciting and you should pay attention to it, then the question is, well, great, I've got a message, I want to help people, I want to pay it forward. How can I do that if no one knows that I exist? Or maybe I have a handful of people. Well, if you're lucky and you've got a Facebook group or you've got a following on Google Plus and you've got people who are reading your blogs, then that's great because you can announce that you're going to go online and let those people know about you and get involved directly with you. If you don't, as I say, you can use a tool like Periscope, which is just using your smartphone and you press the Go Live button and an audience who are following you on Periscope, which is attached to Twitter. So if you have a Twitter feed, you can send out a broadcast on Twitter saying, hey, I'm on live, come on in and let's chat, let's hang out, ask your questions and I'll respond to them. Snapchat's another one of those. There are Hangout tools. Meerkat just announced a change in their direction and they have a group Hangout function. Blab has moved over to a group video Hangout function. So if you use Twitter to promote your message, or you're on Facebook and you're using your smartphone, you can actually hit the Go Live button on your smartphone and broadcast where you are. And people seem to be very intrigued by that. That's really what excites me, is that as soon as you see a picture on Facebook, someone going live, you find it in your Facebook stream, people want to follow it. Video is engaging. Video is interesting. People say, well, what's going on? I know right now people are hearing that I'm online and there are people coming in and we'll start to make some comments about this particular stream. Facebook is really trying to capture this live video streaming excitement. and making it very easy to use your smartphone to turn on your webcam and talk to people. Or recently, if you had Windows 10, there's an app that allows you to broadcast to Facebook Live on your desktop. Or, as I'm doing today, using what they call a professional encoder, and there's a number of those out there that can actually allow me to stream live to Facebook from my desktop. I'm interested in this concept because I do have a message. I love bringing my guests on to my talk show and getting people interacting with our audience and sharing the message, offering support that's there. And because the broadcast is actually stored and recorded, if it's on Facebook, it's treated like a post. So people can actually share the video. In fact, the one that you're seeing right now, if you like it, you just share it like you would a post, and it would go into your channel, and people would see it there, and they would share it. And that's what Facebook was all about, putting graphics and text posts in, and then people share it. Well, video is just another kind of post. And it has some priority treatment with Facebook. In fact, the stream that you're watching right now will be actually shared on Facebook's main timeline. And that's pretty exciting because suddenly my information is being picked up by people who have never seen me have not seen me before. And then they can come over to my Facebook channel and see the other videos that I have and other announcements of live streaming that I'm going to do. If I really want to build business, I can boost that post. I can target who I would like to actually see the video. And if I really want to spend some money to do it, they will, for a few dollars, allow me to target demographic audiences who might be interested in my message. And it's almost like an advertisement. You pay dollars for the number of people that are going to click through on my video, and that helps build my audience. So organically, you can do it. You can post it on your blog and Twitter and Facebook. Post to let people know what you're doing and see if you can grab an audience that way. Or if you're actually going to do live streaming on Facebook, it gets higher priority on the mainstream, and all your audience can actually share it. And that's why I like it, because my regular weekly talk shows, I'm going to stream over to Facebook, and then people can put it in their channel for their audiences. So there'll be more people seeing and hearing what I'm talking about with my guests than if I was just trying to do it on my own with my normal social media promotion programs. So yes, the answer to that question is you can start doing all of this without having an audience. So if I do have all of those people, can I actually generate some new business? And again, the answer obviously is yes, because if you're using your blog and social media to promote your streams, your live video broadcasts, or the recorded archives that are out there, then you build an engagement, because people will be in the timeline making comments, which I can respond to. And just out of curiosity, I'm just going to reach over on the side here and see if this particular stream has anyone responding to it. I'll just take a look at what's going on, but I don't see anyone yet actually leaving comments. But if they did, I could just respond to those comments as it comes in. The nice thing about building relationships with people is that at a particular point in time, you can ask for their email address, which allows you to build a database of people that are interested in your message, and then you can approach them with your normal marketing activities to let them know what you're doing and what your coaching programs are about, what your training program is about, the books that you write. Whatever you think is of value. If you have a mailing list, then you can inform people. So this idea of being on camera, letting people see who you are, getting them comfortable with you, allows them now to authentically see you, get to know you, get to trust you, and then they leave their email address. So if you go that far that you are starting to bring a new audience into your world, then it's, can you generate business from them? In other words, if you were sitting with them at a coffee shop having a conversation, do you have the ability to literally convert that conversation into some kind of business, whether it is a training program, whether it is a coaching program, support program, a sale of a book or a video or whatever you have? Do you have that sales ability to turn a casual, personal conversation into business? And that's a different skill. And maybe some of you will send in some questions and ask me that, and I'll see if I've got some ideas of what you might want to do in order to increase your ability to close a conversation over coffee. Of course, even if you had that ability, it's getting to people at the right point in time. Not everybody's ready to do business the moment that you talk to them. One of the people I've met over my career was a gentleman by the name of Chet Holmes, and he designed this pyramid that you see, where it really comes down to the percentage of the total audience that's out there. Where do they stand in readiness to work with you? And his research, and it's been substantiated over the years by many other people, is that there's probably only about 10% of people who are ready to buy your product or service now, or at least open to it. There's another larger market of people who are not thinking about it, but could buy if you showed them the reason for doing it. But you only had about 10% of people that today, if they met you, are saying, yes, what you're talking about, I really am interested in doing something about. And so that means there's an immediate audience that you could work with, and then there's a secondary audience that you can get interested in your message, and then there are people that are not interested or will never be interested, and then you can figure out a marketing program to get back to them at a point in time when they are literally ready for you. So you certainly need your message, and you need to have an audience, and you have to have some ability to sell your service or product to that audience, and you have to be at the right time in order to get those people interested in working with you today or in the future. And so having live video, as we're doing, shortens the whole step down, because you can get a group of people talking to you right now, and it's not just one-on-one coffee time with everyone. It would take a long time to get 10 new clients every month if you've got to do, if only 10% of the people are ready at any given time. You might have to meet 100 people to find the 10% who are ready, and then you have to have 10 one-hour coffee sessions. Well, coming online and doing a presentation, doing a webinar, doing a live broadcast gets a group of people in the audience ready to talk to you when they're ready. And if you've captured their email address, then in the future, when if you stay in touch with them and they are now ready to work with you, they will move up that pyramid and engage with you, because they know who you are and they trust you and they've come to remember who you are and what you stand for. Or frankly, they may not, which is always an interesting thing, is that there are some people that just don't like you. I get that all the time. People, you can see my hands are moving and my voice is often loud or articulated, and people say, oh no, Dave's not the kind of guy that I would work with. Well, that's fine. So I just have to figure out the number of people that I really feel is important to reach out to, and just find those people who like me. In my head, you know, you can go to the art gallery and some people like Gauguin, some like Monet, some like all kinds of different artists. So I'm just another painting on the wall. Not everyone's going to like me and take me home. And so I've just got to find the right numbers of people that I want to work with. And I have to decide how many people that I want to get my message out to over time. And if I do that in creative ways, then there's probably some business, sitting there for me that makes some kind of sense right away. And I think that's what I'm liking about all of this is you get to know me on camera and can make a decision whether you like me, whether you think I'm knowledgeable, whether I have something of value. And you can do that by watching my broadcasts every week or whenever I put them onto my channel or when I upload them to YouTube and notify you. Video is engaging. Video helps people understand who you are and what it is that they may be interested in. And that gives you a greater opportunity using technology that's not too difficult and can be free or at low cost. So it's really deciding, is there value? And perhaps today the 3 questions of what's the fuss? Yes, you should pay attention to this. Excuse me. Can I start and do this and build an audience along the way, or at least support the small audience that I have? Yes. And it will open some doors to new business. So over it all, it makes some sense that this is something that you might very well find some value in. So let me stop there. It's obviously, I'm trying to do something in a small amount of time. Just want to, and that's one of the things with Facebook, people just look at the stream and see what's going on and want to pop in. Please, if you have questions, just drop me to an email. As you can see, the address there is dave@findyournewnormal.com. As I say, I've been doing this since 2002. So there's a lot about the technology and messaging and marketing and sales that I have some experience with and glad to share it. So drop your questions in and I'll create another show. If you obviously find there's a need for more personalized attention, again, drop me a note and I'll set up an hour of time and we can brainstorm together and solve a particular problem that you have and see if there's anything I can do to get you started. It is something, this whole idea of live streaming is pretty exciting. It definitely is something that you want to pay attention to. And I hope that you give me a call or at least stay on my Facebook channel. Leave your comments there beside the stream that you see so that I know that you've seen this and whether I've added anything of value. Give me some feedback. I'd really appreciate it. And share it. If there's any words of wisdom here, maybe not for you, but you could think of someone else because it's just a post. Just hit the share button and let people know that this is there, that what I'm doing is here. And every few days, now that I have got the technology working, I figured out how to do slides. This is like a webinar, isn't it? I don't have to use my webinar software anymore. I can just put the slides up and do a presentation. So now I know how to do talk shows and interact with an audience. Now I know how to use live streaming in order to do a presentation and get it out to the audience. It's pretty exciting. New tools coming out, easy to use, low cost, and I think are pretty effective. Certainly for me they are, and a few of the people that I've been helping the last short while have also found some immediate benefit. So again, let me just stop, say thank you for paying attention. Give me some feedback in the comment area whether this was valuable to you or not. And, stay, if you're not, please like my page and turn notifications on so you'll get a notification when I'm next online. And we'll go from there. So thanks very much and hope to see you on the next broadcast and read your comments. Talk to you real soon. Bye for now.